Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. I did want to give you guys a quick technical analysis update on PLTR. From the last video that I posted, I think it was 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I don't remember. I told you guys that I was bearish on PLTR, and I was expecting it to go back down to around 25 bucks. I mean, as you guys can see, we did try to break that $29 barrier. And we didn't break the 29.72 level, right? And currently, right now, we did create a lower low right at this area. Let me see if I can find man, I wish I just had like a little pointer where I can just point at stuff instead of like clicking on things, right? But we'll use this as a pointer, right? But we have a high right here, we have a higher low, and another higher low created right here. But we are creating it's a low right here, then we got the lower high. If we do create a higher low right here, or a lower high, sorry, if we do create one right here, I do think Monday we might shoot up. But as you guys can see down, let me take this off real quick because we don't need that. As you guys can see down on the MACD, it does look like we're gonna break to the low, to the downside. And it's kind of on mark to what I said a couple of days ago, on PLTR hitting $25 again. That's why I sold calls. I think this week I sold $28 calls because I didn't think we were gonna close on Thursday, yesterday, Christmas Eve, higher than 28 bucks, and we didn't. We actually closed at 20. We closed under 28 bucks. I actually bought my PLTR calls back. I bought them for like a lower price, and then I actually sold more $28 calls. I think just on the calls for PLTR, I picked up like an extra $400 or $500, I think. But as of right now, like it's looking like it might be still pretty bearish. I mean, even on the day chart, you guys can see we just made that fresh new bearish candle, and we've never actually had a solid bearish, a solid like bearish like drop on PLTR. This is the first time that we've ever been bearish. So there's no indication. We can't use any history. We can't use any averages on what exactly is going on. So right now it does look like we're forming, I don't know what the fuck the pattern is called, right? But it's when you create higher lows and lower highs. So at some point, it's either going to break up to it's either going to break out to the upside or to the downside, which I'm assuming might happen pretty soon. So you can see here, right? It's creating, lowers. It's kind of forming like a triangle, right? So it's going from here all the way down here, from down here all the way up here. So at some point here, it's either going to break up here or it's going to break to the downside. And if it does break to the downside, it can easily go back to like the $20 level. That's just how it is, right? Like that's just what's going to happen. That's just in the nature of stocks. That's just what's going to happen. It's just the price range, right? On the next level, if it does drop down, I think it's going to go back down to around $17, $19 if it does drop down. I mean, there's no gaps to fill. There's absolutely nothing for it to fill. So there's not a higher chance of it being bearish and dropping to fill a gap, right? But as of right now, there's a perfectly even 50-50 split of either it's going back down to $20 or it's going to hit new highs, right? So this is where your fibs come in. This is where I like using fibs because it gives you kind of an indication of what can actually happen. And I like the Fibonacci retracement just because it works off of, I mean, there's this whole explanation about it being close to fucking like what is it called? Let's see what the lowest price is right here. I think it's $9.16. So $9.16, that's the lowest we got right there. So I'll put it there for right now, but that's extended, right? $9.16, $9 and right there, solid. So as an indication right now, we are about sort of resistance. I mean, I don't really go by the fib resistance, but at least around that area, right? But if we do break to the upside, it does look like right now price is being pretty steady around the $29, $27. But I mean, how it's looking on the day chart, we are bearish. Like there's no point of fighting that, right? We're bearish on the day chart. On the 4-hour chart, you guys can see the MACD gets constantly beaten down, and it's not even moving towards, on the MACD, it's not moving towards the upside, right? Like it tried to break once to go back to being bullish, and it didn't. It's doing that again. It looks like if we do it looks like we're gonna break on the bearish side all over again. Even on the stochastic, like it looks like we're hitting a top, and it looks like we're going back down to $25, which is what I said in my last TA video on PLTR like 2 or 3 days ago, right? I said it's gonna be bearish, you know, buying puts and stuff. But right now, there is like no indication of what exactly is going to happen. I personally am still bearish on PLTR. I do think it's going to go back to $25. I'm like 90% sure that's going to happen. But again, we need to see what's going on Monday morning when we open. If we do see a pop on Monday, you know, if we see a pop on Monday, then more than likely we might actually end up, you know, going more toward the upside, towards the $29, and then breaking more upwards, right? But even on the hour chart, like we're not even that overbought. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there's like some sort of like random pop to the upside, right? So right now it's about 50%. Personally, I am bearish right now on PLTR, which I don't care, right? Because I'm selling calls, so I don't care if I'm bearish or bullish. Either way, I make money. It doesn't matter. But as of this point, if you guys are holding PLTR, just keep holding. I do think that we're gonna go back down a little bit further, and I just think that's how it's gonna play out. You know, we're basically just making, you know, we're creating that pattern, that bar chart pattern, or that candle pattern, where there's gonna be a breakout to somewhere. I don't know where, but it's gonna be a breakout to somewhere, and it's gonna happen pretty soon, probably this upcoming week. So either we create new highs or we're creating new lows right now. This week is going to be pretty important for PLTR, but as of right now, I would be perfectly fine buying puts on PLTR, because I do think we are headed back down to $25. That's just what the chart's showing me. That's just the way that I see it. It can definitely go back down and play around with the range of like in between $25 and $23. So I'll see you guys next time. If you guys have any TA that you guys want me to work on, just let me know. Drop a comment down below. Give me a like, because these videos, you know, they do take a certain amount of skill and knowledge, I guess, to make. But, you know, whatever. If you guys are still listening at the end of this video, you know, please subscribe, you know, give me a like, drop a comment if you guys want me to look at other tickers. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm out.